Athens in the 5th century BC was a vibrant hub of intellectual and cultural life, a place where ideas flowed as freely as the wine in its symposiums. Imagine bustling marketplaces filled with merchants and philosophers alike, grand temples dedicated to the gods, and citizens engaged in passionate debates about politics, ethics, and the nature of existence. This was the backdrop against which Socrates emerged. As a city-state celebrated for its democracy and philosophical inquiry, Athens provided fertile ground for Socrates' revolutionary ideas to take root and flourish. The open-air forums and public spaces were perfect for the exchange of ideas and the challenging of established norms. It was a society where open discourse was not just encouraged but considered a vital part of civic duty. Citizens were expected to participate in discussions and contribute to the collective wisdom of the community. Socrates, born in this dynamic environment, was destined to leave an indelible mark on the course of Western thought. His unique approach to questioning and dialogue set him apart from his contemporaries. He stands as a towering figure in the history of philosophy, often hailed as the father of Western moral philosophy. His teachings and methods have influenced countless generations of thinkers and continue to be studied and revered today. His relentless pursuit of truth, his unwavering commitment to ethical living, and his innovative method of questioning, known as the Socratic method, continue to resonate with us centuries later, reminding us of the power of critical thinking and the importance of seeking knowledge. Unlike many contemporary thinkers who left behind written works, Socrates himself wrote nothing. He believed that true knowledge and wisdom could not be captured in written words, but had to be experienced and understood through dialogue and introspection. Our knowledge of his life and teachings comes primarily through the writings of his students, most notably Plato. Plato's dialogues serve as a window into Socrates' philosophical inquiries and his method of questioning. Born in Athens around 470 BC, Socrates' early life remains shrouded in mystery. Little is known about his childhood and formative years, adding an air of intrigue to his later philosophical pursuits. We know he was the son of a sculptor and a midwife, and he likely received a basic Greek education. This modest upbringing did not deter him from seeking greater truths. However, Socrates yearned for a deeper understanding of the world and the human condition. He was not content with the superficial explanations provided by society and sought to uncover the underlying principles of life. He abandoned the traditional pursuit of wealth and status, choosing instead to dedicate his life to the pursuit of wisdom and virtue. This decision set him apart from his contemporaries and marked him as a true philosopher. Socrates could often be found in the marketplace and public spaces, engaging his fellow Athenians in thought-provoking dialogues. He used these interactions to challenge their assumptions and provoke deeper thinking. His relentless questioning challenged conventional wisdom, exposed hypocrisy, and encouraged people to think critically about their beliefs and values. Through his method of inquiry, known as the Socratic method, he inspired generations of thinkers to seek truth and wisdom. Central to Socrates' philosophical approach was his innovative method of inquiry, which came to be known as the Socratic method or Socratic dialogue. This method was not just a way of teaching but a way of life, a relentless pursuit of truth and wisdom. This method, a dynamic form of cooperative, argumentative dialogue, involved posing a series of carefully crafted questions to expose contradictions, challenge assumptions, and ultimately guide individuals towards a deeper understanding of the subject at hand. It was a process that encouraged deep thinking and introspection, pushing individuals to question their own beliefs and the world around them. Socrates was not interested in simply imparting information or dictating his views. He was more concerned with the process of learning itself, believing that the journey to knowledge was as important as the knowledge itself. Instead, he believed that true knowledge resided within each individual, waiting to be drawn out through rigorous questioning and self-reflection. This belief was revolutionary at the time, challenging the traditional methods of teaching and learning. He saw himself as an intellectual midwife, helping others give birth to their own understanding. This metaphor highlighted his role in facilitating the intellectual growth of his students, rather than simply filling their minds with information. The Socratic method, with its emphasis on critical thinking, logical reasoning and self-examination, became a cornerstone of Western education and continues to be a powerful tool for learning and intellectual exploration. Its influence can be seen in modern educational practices, where questioning and dialogue remain central to the learning process. Socrates' relentless questioning, though enlightening to many, also earned him powerful enemies. His probing inquiries often challenged the status quo and exposed the ignorance and hypocrisy of those in authority. In 399 BC, at the age of 70, Socrates was formally charged with impiety and corrupting the youth of Athens. The trial of Socrates was a pivotal moment in Athenian history, a clash between traditional values and the burgeoning spirit of philosophical inquiry. Socrates, true to his principles, used the trial as an opportunity to defend his life's work and the importance of seeking truth, even in the face of adversity. Despite a compelling defense, he was found guilty and sentenced to death. Know thyself, a journey of self-discovery. One of Socrates' most enduring maxims, know thyself, encapsulates his belief in the paramount importance of self-knowledge. For Socrates, the unexamined life was not merely a missed opportunity but a tragedy, a life devoid of meaning and purpose. He believed that true wisdom began with understanding oneself, one's strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. This process of self-discovery, however, was not a passive endeavor. It required active engagement in introspection, a willingness to confront one's flaws, and a commitment to personal growth. Know thyself was not a destination but a lifelong journey of self-improvement, a continuous striving to align one's actions with one's values. Embracing the unknown, I know that I do not know. Socrates' famous declaration, I know that I do not know, might seem paradoxical at first glance. However, this statement reflects a profound intellectual humility, an acknowledgement that true wisdom lies in recognizing the limits of one's knowledge. Socrates understood that the more one learns, the more one realizes how much remains unknown. This awareness of one's own ignorance, far from being a sign of weakness, was for Socrates a catalyst for intellectual curiosity and a driving force behind his relentless pursuit of knowledge. It was this humility that allowed him to approach each new encounter with an open mind, eager to learn from others and challenge his own assumptions. The unexamined life, a life not worth living. Perhaps the most powerful and enduring of Socrates' maxims, the unexamined life is not worth living, encapsulates his belief in the transformative power of critical reflection. For Socrates, life was not merely about existing, but about living deliberately, consciously choosing a path guided by reason, virtue, and self-awareness. He argued that a life devoid of self-reflection was akin to sleepwalking, drifting through the world without purpose or direction. To truly live, one had to engage in a process of continuous self-examination, questioning one's beliefs, values, and motivations. This process, though challenging, was essential for personal growth and for living a life of meaning and fulfillment. Virtue as knowledge, the cornerstone of Socratic thought. At the heart of Socrates' philosophy lay the profound belief that virtue is knowledge. He argued that people do not intentionally choose to do wrong, rather they act out of ignorance, mistaking what they believe to be good for what is truly good. This concept had profound implications for ethics and morality. Socrates believed that by gaining knowledge and understanding, individuals could overcome ignorance and make virtuous choices. He saw education, not as the mere acquisition of facts, but as a process of moral and intellectual transformation, leading to a more just and fulfilling life. The enduring legacy of Socrates. Socrates' life, though tragically cut short, left an indelible mark on Western civilization and its history. His teachings, preserved and disseminated by his students, particularly Plato, laid the foundation for Western philosophy and profoundly influenced the development of Western thought and culture. The Socratic method, with its emphasis on critical thinking, questioning, and self-reflection, continues to be a cornerstone of education and a powerful tool for intellectual exploration in fields ranging from law and medicine to business and technology. His unwavering commitment to truth, his pursuit of virtue, and his belief in the power of reason continue to inspire and challenge us today and in the future. A call to self-reflection. Socrates, the snub-nosed, barefoot philosopher who roamed the streets of Athens, may seem a world away from our modern lives, yet his teachings remain strikingly relevant, offering timeless wisdom for navigating the complexities of the human experience. His maxims, "Know thyself, I know that I do not know," and "the unexamined life is not worth living," are not mere philosophical pronouncements, but calls to action, urging us to embark on a journey of self-discovery, embrace intellectual humility, and live lives of purpose and meaning. As we grapple with the challenges of our time, let us remember the legacy of Socrates and strive to live examined lives, guided by reason, virtue, and a commitment to truth.